You're on.
All right, I think there's a little bit of a lag.
You guys are on. All right.
Are we ready?
I think we're going, Jay, yeah.
All right. For those that don't know me, I'm J.W. Prather with IDC Devices. I build equipment for teams, individuals, experimenters, TV shows. I just love to build equipment. And the crazier I can make it, the farther out there it goes, the more I love it. So I'm a little different builder than some of the other ones that are out there. We need all builders trying different things, so I make sure that I'm always thinking outside the box with my stuff. What we're going to be talking about right now is the IDC Intercomm System. Here's a satellite, and what we have is we have a box right here with an amplifier, speaker, and there's a microphone on top. Looks just like my Direct Link FXs, but there's no ghost box in it. And then right here we have our camera monitoring the area in front of this box. We're going to go out to my trailer in a minute and we're going to show you the base unit of this. But I want to show you that this camera's got this monitor. We've got another camera here watching. And all this is going to make sense as we go along. But as you come through the house, you'll see that there's another one right here, identical to that one. And then there's two more. There's one in the master bedroom, and then there's another one in the basement down by the boiler. Each one has its own camera. I didn't run extra cameras because there's other cameras already monitoring the house. Because what we want to do is when something happens with these, we need to be able to debunk it with extra cameras. So this is just another satellite just like that one. From here we can go out to the trailer and I can show the base system because the other two satellites look identical to this one.
Okay, and just recap. So one's in the basement.
One's in the basement, one's in the master bedroom, one is here in the dining room, and that one's what called the baking room?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so the baking room, the master bedroom, the basement, and the dining room.
And then these are going to be used in that sink down in...
We're going to use these for a lot of different experiments, but this is going to be used in conjunction with one of my direct links for that when we go live on Paranormal Warehouse with SRS Paranormal. We're going to be tying the Nickerson Sneed with the Conjuring. This will be part of the system we're using for that ITC experiment. So once I show you what I have in the trailer, you're going to understand why all these satellites are what they are and why they have microphones and why there's no spirit box in them. So if you're ready, we can go out to the trailer.
All right, let's do it. And we're heading out to Jay's trailer.
I think you're going to have to step inside.
Yeah, we got a little bit of rain and a little rainy day out here at the Conjuring House.
So to keep your camera dry, I guess you can come on in.
I'm gonna come in on
and stand over there.
All right. I'll give you guys just a quick pan of all of Jay's goodies that he toted all this stuff down from Maine.
Now this one here, I have to replace a power pack on this one here. It's messing up all the other cameras. So, but this is my command center, and looking for these, my readers. I need them. So here is the base unit from the intercom system. This is the ghost box. Now I don't know if they can really hear that over the rain.
Yeah, the way so like I just mentioned, it's raining, so
Yeah.
you're hearing it bounce off the metal roof of the trailer. I'll see if I can get up a little closer.
And if you look right here, those are your 4 rooms. Okay? But if you look on this screen right here, these are your 4 rooms. And if you'll notice, these 4 rooms match in frequencies. But what happens is, if you get a disembodied voice on one of those satellites, if you get a ghost box voice that comes out of one of these that didn't come, because there's only one ghost box. We've actually had voices come out of one of these other ones that did not originate with the ghost box. So right now, if you were inside the house, you would hear this ghost box playing throughout the entire house right now. Every one of those satellites in there right now, this is what you hear coming out of them. I have a direct link here that I built with a microphone in it. I can hook this direct link to this box by simply turning that off, plugging this in, and I'm not going to do it because it gets really loud really quick, but I will run a direct link session with the direct link instead of the spirit box that's in this one. And that's how we're going to do the experiment tonight. This direct link will be playing through the intercom system, going out into all 4 locations, coming back to this location. The sound will come out of here, this where that black line is at. That will be the bass track of all 4 rooms, and what we're looking for is anomalies. Every one of those should look identical at all times. If for whatever reason you get an anomaly, you simply stop what you're doing and you go back and you listen for that anomaly on any one of those rooms.
And Jay, just tell the people what software you're running in case they're curious.
Well, on this one here, I'm experimenting right now with Reaper. Because I can, with Reaper and this one, I can do up to 12 audio tracks. So this is my Zoom 8. This is Reaper software. There's other softwares out there you can do. This is the one I'm having the best luck with. I'm really able to see changes in those frequencies in real time. So let's say we want to do an Estes method. We don't need headphones or nothing like that. We send a couple of people up to the master bedroom. Me and one other person sitting right here, because an extra set of eyes is really good. We're watching our cameras, which are in the areas of where our satellites are at. We're watching this. We're asking questions of the spirit box here, but they're doing the Estes method. The listeners are in the master bedroom. They can't hear us, but we can hear them because I have a master track. I can hear everything they say. So if they start talking about me, I know it. Because I'm actually monitoring in real time, visually, audibly, as well as on video. And that is the intercom system in a nutshell. I know it sounds awful complicated, and it is, but it's a one-of-a-kind system. This is a whole house intercom box, ghost box, but right now we're actually technically doing a live EVP session, unless somebody in there starts talking. If I hit record again, wait. If I hit record again right here, we're doing a live EVP session where we're listening for disembodied voices, anything, because the spirit box is off, all the satellites are on, and if somebody walks upstairs right now, walks in that master bedroom and says a word, I'm going to hear it. But I can pick up disembodied voices, and we've gotten EVPs. There was nobody in the room. The other cameras didn't pick it up because the other camera had an audio on it. So my assumption was, if my system picked it up and the other camera that was in the room recording audio didn't, it wasn't a disembodied voice, it had to be an EVP. It's a process of elimination. This just allows me to do that process of elimination. What's a ghost box voice? What's a direct radio voice? What's a disembodied voice? Or what's an EVP? Or what was just an investigator that wandered into the area? That's where the cameras come in. So that's a quick rundown on one of the things I brought to play with this weekend. This will be set up, ready to go all weekend long. So we'll be using it off and on to do experiments. There's a lot of other experiments we can do with this. We can bring any ghost box we want and tie into this. Not only that, if we wanted to use a portal or something, we could tie the portal in the house on one of the satellites. We lose that satellite, but it'll still play back through the system. We just turn that portal into an entire house intercom box.
I brought a portal, so we got to do that.
We can plug that in, leave this tuner off, and so somebody had the question earlier, can you do 2 ghost boxes? How about 4? And technically 5, because this one's running on the land. There's a lot of energy on this land. So technically we've got 5 running anytime we do this. So that's the system. I'm looking forward to experimenting with it this weekend.
Yep, we are definitely looking forward to it. I know I'm very excited. I've, been a fan. A pleasure to meet you this weekend, so I'm pumped to see this stuff firsthand. So. Well,
me and Corey have been wanting to get this back out here because I haven't been out here since 10, 12 months ago. Well, that Halloween special, and I've been meaning to get back, and this was just a perfect opportunity to get here. And I'm looking forward to using it.
Yep, so. I can't wait. All right, let's head back in. It's a little raw out here. We'll go back to Command Central.
And see if there was any questions.
Yeah, we'll go. So let's ask.
I can actually pull it up on my phone real quick if you.
Oh yeah, all right, sure. So we'll stay right here while we go through if folks had questions.
All right. Do they have a priest on standby?
So I'll field that one. No, we do not have a priest on standby.
Do you guys have any questions? Let's see them.
So there's a little bit of a delay. So.
And I'm sure it's complicated, so they might not even know what question to ask yet until we start using it. I'm hoping by Sunday, by Halloween, we'll have used it enough times that people will start having questions.
Yeah. Yep.
So I did hear you mention the Estes method. Why don't you talk about what that is a little bit?
Well, normally what people do with the Estes method is they'll take a spirit box and they'll plug in a headphone jack for one person, and once you plug in the headphone jack, the sound goes off. Only the listener can hear it, and then the asker asks questions. That's really cool, except for the fact that no one's hearing what the ghost box is saying. You're hearing what the listener is saying they heard the ghost box. So unless you're recording it and then go back and review it, you don't know. Exactly. The way I build mine is this one's got a headphone jack, post effects because there's echo and reverb.
Why don't you try and show that to the camera?
There we go. It's got a headphone jack here for one Estes method, for one Estes listener. There's another headphone jack here so you can have 2 Estes listeners. But then there's a jack here for one of your recorders, and then there's a jack on the back for another recorder. This recorder records without echo and reverb. This one records with echo and reverb, but with the microphone on top, the entire box is actually recording what the listener is saying and what the asker is saying. With this one box, you could do a 2-person Estes method and with 2 recorders, and you record everything. You have 2 tracks of what the asker asked, what the listener said, and what the ghost box did say, both before and after echo.
Awesome.
Cool.
So the Estes method can be done so many different ways depending on how the spirit box itself was created by the builder.
All right, so we do have a question here. It says, is it easy to know or see the difference between interference and EVP?
How about we experiment and show it?
All right.
Is it easy to know the difference between
EVP and interference?
No, it's not easy. It's not easy to know what it is until you've heard it. But what we can do is, we can start this recording. Okay. Turn it up a little bit. And we're going to monitor that room. And what you're going to be looking for is you're going to look for a spike and you're going to listen for my voice. Okay? Give me 1 second. Let's just do a test.
All right. So right now, I believe Jay is going inside to one of these that is situated inside, and he's going to be running a test so that we can watch it live. We didn't hear anything. We did see a little jump in the...
Yeah, we saw the waveform.
Okay, so maybe okay, never mind. I had the wrong one soloed here. Sorry about that. So, what we do is, normally we would be setting here. And where'd you see that spike at?
That was... I'd go to the end and look backwards. It was just right there.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Now then, what we're going to do is, normally you would be setting here, and you could immediately tell everybody to stop and check and... I'm a ghosty.
Wow.
Let's try that again. Hello. I'm a ghosty. So that's what you're looking for. You see how it was different than everything else. So immediately, you would be able to stop in real time, say, guys, something just happened in the baking room. Check it out, and let's say everybody was up in the master. You could go ahead and continue what you're doing and see, but if activity continues in the baking room, leave the master and come to the baking room. We've got activity here. We just verified that there was something going on. The camera shows there was nobody there. We're able to narrow down the investigation. So there's other than just experiments, you're able to narrow down where activity may be happening.
And it's not just going to be on audio, you're also going to be able to debunk it using the video and the other cameras that we have inside running.
Exactly. And I didn't put up as many cameras this time because if we need to debunk something, we have
the house cameras.
We have house cameras.
Yep.
So if somebody out there sees something this weekend, it may take us 20 minutes, an hour, but we can go back between what we've gone here, because right now that's still running in there.
Yeah.
We can go back and we will find the answer, whether it was paranormal or if it was not.
Yeah, so if you guys out there hear something, say something. See something, say something. We wanna either debunk or prove, you know?
Exactly. And now I gotta remind everybody when you're walking through, now I'm not gonna share it, but if you're talking crap, I probably got it recorded somewhere. Maybe I should hang a sign on the door.
So there was a question that did ask, will it be constantly recording? Will we be always able to come back and check it?
Yes. I'm going to be running it in EVP mode as long as Corey or somebody says, hey, turn it off. It's going to be running and recording to this hard drive.
Awesome.
So once I start it recording, it's going to be recording. Now, there may be pauses when we see something like that. It will be paused, but then we'll start the recordings right back up. And it's time-stamped. I don't think you can see it here, but you see there's a time and a date and a stamp in that WAV file.
Oh, it's really small, guys, but it's there. Yeah.
Okay, that says 10/29, 10/48. Right over here, these are going to be time-stamped too. I made sure I correlated the time on this with the time on... They're synced up. If we got something here, I know exactly where to go look for there. Everything is synced up. So excuse me, this is part of the intercom system. Everybody's like, well, that's your security cameras. It's really not. That is just guarding if anything comes around my boxes. Now, if it catches something, that's great. But I'm not using that for, like you would on a normal investigation, because I custom built wires. All of these wires are custom built so that they're taking audio out, bringing audio back, but also supplying power and video for my cameras.
Wow.
So this is all one system. Everything you see right here.
So this is the Cadillac, right, of systems.
Of ITC.
Of ITC.
For me, this is the best I've got right now.
But I also know, because like you said, this may be a lot to digest for some people that are new to ITC and whatnot. I know that you can use these boxes as standalones as well.
Okay,
right?
well no, these are direct links.
Okay.
Those inside are not direct links. Those are satellites. They say on the bottom, Intercomm System. They are strictly satellites.
Okay.
They are not direct links. They look just like my direct links. I should probably use a different box for my satellites, but this is what I had at the time.
Okay.